Hi, it's Robin. Welcome back to Real Kosher Family Living. Today I'm going to do a long promised video. I'm going to show you how to iron a shirt. This is a no iron shirt. It says right here on the label, non-iron. Probably can't see that, but that's what it says. It's a lie. If your shirt says this, if your husband's shirt say this, they're not telling you the truth. This shirt is wrinkled. I took it right out of the dryer and put it here on the ironing board. It was dry, so maybe if I'd taken out a little bit sooner, it wouldn't be so wrinkled. But it's really, really wrinkled. So the non-iron thing, not true. Okay, this book is Home Comforts by Cheryl Mendelson, and it has a marvelous section on ironing. Everything you wanted to know about ironing in this book. I really recommend it if you want to read up on it, or you can check out the internet too. But I'm just going to do a quick demonstration here. I've talked about irons before in my sewing videos. A really good iron is an amazing investment. This iron is a dressmaker iron. It has a tank here. I don't know if you can see the tank. See, it makes a lot of steam. Having an iron with a lot of steam is key. If you don't have an iron that makes a lot of steam, then you're going to need to sprinkle the shirt with water and then iron each area that you've sprinkled until it's dry. If you have an iron that produces a lot of steam, you don't have to do that. I read a recommendation once that you should take your shirts out of the dryer while they're still damp, and if you don't have time to iron them right then, you could put them in the freezer. And that way, if you don't have an iron that produces a lot of steam, you can iron them damp from the freezer. That will preserve the water content. I am just going to use this iron that produces a ton of steam. Okay, so the rule is that you do double thickness areas before you do single thickness areas, because the double thickness areas are not likely to re-wrinkle again. They will hold the creases better. So first you're going to do the wrong side of the collar. We also do top to bottom. So you want to do the top of the shirt before you do the bottom of the shirt. Now you're going to do the right side of the collar. Okay, there. Collar is done. Collar has more than 2 thicknesses of fabric. It has the 2 fabric pieces, and it also has a pretty stiff piece of interfacing in there. So it's really going to hold the press nicely. Okay, now you're going to do the yoke. The yoke is the piece of fabric here at the top of the shirt to the seam. It's 2 thicknesses of fabric. So you're going to do the yoke next. Again, we're moving from the top of the shirt to the bottom of the shirt. Okay, so you flatten that here. You do the yoke. Okay. Ta-da, yoke is done. Okay, now we're out of areas on the body of the shirt that have 2 thicknesses, so we're going to move to the sleeve. You want to do the cuff of the sleeve first. The cuff of the sleeve has 2 thicknesses of fabric. Just unbutton the cuff. Do it from the inside. When you're ironing, if you iron on the inside, then if you make a mistake and iron a piece of fabric that is going to have a shine raised on it, cotton won't raise a shine, and shirts are made of cotton, so you don't have to worry about that so much here. I'm going to do the sleeve now. But if you do iron a piece of fabric where a shine will be raised, if you're ironing from the inside, then you will raise a shine on the inside where no one can see it. If you do raise a shine on a piece of fabric, it can sometimes be rubbed out with a piece of cloth if you distress the fabric a little bit. I might talk about that in another video. Alright, sleeve number 1 pressed. The crease in the sleeve, you'll note, does not match the crease where the shoulder seam is. It's in a different spot. And you know what? I don't really know how to find that spot unless it's been pressed in by the dry cleaner or by the people you bought the shirt from. So, oh, I do know how to find that spot. Ha ha. Okay. You use the bottom crease of the sleeve to find where the top fold in the sleeve should be. Okay, so bottom crease in the sleeve, that's where the top, that tells you where the top should be. You do the other cuff, you do the cuff first, even though I'm not doing the cuff first. You do the other cuff and the other sleeve, okay? So now you've done the collar, the yoke, 2 sleeves. All you have left are the big body parts of the shirt. Okay, I'm going to do the back first because I like to. I don't think that there is necessarily a proper order to do this in. If you're ironing something with a zipper or a snap or a hook and eye, you should close that before you iron. Something with a button placket, like a shirt, the button placket should be left open. So you don't close the buttons on the shirt before you iron it. You open them. Okay, the back is done. Alright, the shirt fabric to me is some of the most beautiful fabric in the world. I really find pressing shirts actually to be very relaxing. Also, every time I press a shirt, I think, oh, I earned $1 back toward my beautiful iron. So if you're going to splurge on an iron and your husband gets or you get a lot of shirts done at the dry cleaner, you can just start doing them all at home. And every time you do it, you earn yourself $1. So, or $2 even, depending on your dry cleaner. Now I'm going to iron the front of the shirt, the button side. Here's the button pocket with the buttons on it. Never iron over buttons. The heat of the iron can break the buttons. It can crack the buttons. Just don't do it. Okay? So the nose of the iron here between each of the buttons. You probably can hear from the steam of the iron that I use a lot of steam. The more steam, the better. You cannot hurt cotton or wool or linen with a lot of steam. You can hurt silk. Silk will water spot if you accidentally water spot it. But cotton, use the whole jar of water for a shirt if you want. Okay, now I'm doing the side of the button, the side of the front that doesn't have the buttons on it. And that side's super easy. No buttons to worry about. Just do the whole thing here. Always make sure your pockets are flat. Okay. Ta-da! Beautiful. Look at that. So nice. I am now going to hang this up right away, although I don't... Oh, here's my hanger. Okay. Always hang up your shirt right away, duh. Because if you leave it lying down, even if you just kind of drape it over a chair or something, it's going to re-wrinkle and then all your hard work will be for naught. Like I said, I find ironing to be kind of relaxing, a lot more relaxing than some other chores. You see instant results. It's really, in my mind, worth it to take a few minutes out of your week to iron. If you don't have anybody who wears this kind of shirt, then obviously you will not need to do that. But having neatly pressed clothes is just a joy for anybody. Really, it is. I hope this was a helpful video. If you have any comments, please post them below. And we'll see you soon in another video.